Hi, everyone. This is Ari Kopel with Shattering the Matrix. Today I have a very, very special guest, and I'm truly humbled and honored to have Victoria Liljenquist with us today. And Victoria, for those of you who don't know her, she's a visionary. She's been a contactee since the age of 5 with the angelics and the ultra-terrestrials, which I work with also. She's a guest lecturer, an award-winning film producer, and a near-death experience survivor. I am extremely enjoy that she was able to come on the show today. Also with us today is Crystal Andasola, very, very special and dear to my heart, and she is going to bless us with a beautiful invocation. So, Crystal, could you please do your blessings and prayer?
Yes, I invoke and invite and request the presence of our Divine Cosmic Mother and our Divine Cosmic Father, the Council of the Great Central Sun, that of 10,000 suns, the Elohim, the Galactic Brother and Sisterhood Most High of this universe, those working with the intergalactic federations, and then the highest vibration of divine love and light of all that is of oneness, of all that is of divine creation. May this reading and this conversation be blessed and protected by the highest vibrations, Archangel Michael and the Ascended Masters and the Elohim as well. Also that this interview will bring clarity and truth and enlightenment and empowerment for all that may be listening and will receive this message. Thank you. As is above, so below. Thank you.
And so it is. So Victoria, what we're going to do today is explain to the audience your experience with Eddie Page, how you came about this particular person, and whatever you would like to state, and then you can conclude it with whatever message you would like for humanity. So the floor is yours.
Thank you, Ari and Crystal. And I extend my blessings to all the children of humanity at this time. And we have to be very discerning on our journey. And many, many people have experienced various episodes of being deceived by fraudulent people. And I would like to share from my heart the truth about my encounters and how I came in contact with, I call him Mr. P, and how it all began. I was going through an experience with my encounters, and I was given a contact name of a person back east in Florida that would do some scientific testing on me. And it actually went as far as me taking him out, and we experienced a mothership. This person's mind was virtually blown by this experience. He also spent days and days and days testing the frequencies of my body and my abilities. I won't go into much detail of that, but what transpired is that not to my understanding or awareness, he was an informant to Mr. P. And he informed Mr. P of all my gifts and talents and my encounters in photography and all the validation that I have, that we're being contacted, and my contact was all of a very positive, beautiful nature. It's never been experimental. It's never been with low vibrational beings. We have many, many, many intelligences that have been coming back and forth to this earth, and unfortunately there are some that are lower level, and there are some that are very not benevolent. He informed Mr. P of my gifts and talents, which then created a very misleading introduction that I had with Mr. P. And he jumped on it, and it was interesting because I am seen on a video with Mr. P that was filmed in December of 1994. And at that time, when I met him, I was under the understanding that he could be the person that I saw on the ship at one time. I've been on the ship for years. I've done numerous healings on people. Well, he is a very persuasive person, and he indicated, oh, you're my sister. I know you're my sister. Well, then we're under the camera and we're interviewed. Well, unfortunately, after that videotaping, exactly about a month and a half after that was taped, I became very aware that Mr. P is not who he says he is. He is not honest. He's not benevolent. He has a violent nature. He changes his story. And he actually, to many people at a UFO conference, at the time we did our taping, there's many important people that did not believe his story, and he lost credibility for the false claims and the fake material that he was showing. But as we all can be deceived, unfortunately I was, and there were great travesties that were committed against me at that time, which I will not go into because that's in the past. But I will say that it was revealed to me in many ways that he is not real, he is not who he says he is, and he's not capable of bringing ships in to save humanity. And my heart goes out to everyone that is looking for a Savior and someone to believe in. But I say unto you, with great love and great compassion, that it is important for you to go inside and find your own divine guidance of who to follow and what to do. Really, there's no one to follow but your higher self. That is who you follow. And unfortunately, I have not been in contact with Mr. P since the middle of January in 1995. I completely cut off my communication with him. He has not had my permission to use any material or use my name or use my credibility to validate the scenario, the agenda, and the falsehood and misleadings that he's presenting to humanity right now. He has never had permission, and he never will have permission. Unfortunately, I live in my pure spiritual world of contact, and I wasn't even aware that much of what he's up to was going on. So I ask each of the listeners and any of your contacts, please let people know that I have not validated or justified or supported or correlated or interjected anything with Mr. P on his wild, far-out claims and the things that he's projecting for humanity. Now, on his videos, I'm told he's concerned about earth changes. Well, the things he probably reports are things that are common news on the internet. So do not be so naive to think that he's the only one that has that information. And I implore you to go inside and know, I have nothing to do with this person, and I am asking the universe and Jesus Christ himself, who I have met in my near-death experience, to put a stop to what's going on the internet. And I am very, very sorry for those of you that have been frightened and fearful. Do not listen to this man. He is not from God. He is not benevolent. He is not the real thing. He can't produce what he says. Now, who knows? If he works for the government, well, I can't tell you anything about that because I don't really know, because I have nothing to do with Mr. Eddie Page, period. And at this moment in time, I will say to you that I am not going to speak of this person again on any interview, on any discussion. It is over. This person is to be held and bound for the things that he is perpetrating upon humanity. And I know that the heavenly host and all our benevolent brothers and sisters and the archangels are all watching over us, because I will say this to you now as my message. God bless humanity as we usher in heaven on earth. And as you embrace your higher truth, each of us are free to walk through the door of truth that is within us, and only us, and not from anyone else. And I send you my love and strength, and fear not, for I know I've had visions, and I've seen the great and glorious things that are coming. I've seen the second earth, which is a replica, which is a duplicate of our beloved Gaia that shall be restored. And fear not, do not run here nor there to be in a safe zone. Go within inside yourself and embrace that divine light within you, and know that you will be lifted up at the appropriate time. You will be taken to where you need to be protected. Fear not for your little ones that are ill, that you can't run across the country. Do not be afraid of that, because that is not how this universe works. And there is a higher power that is prevailing over Mother Gaia and all humanity. And I know this. I'm living proof. I have died literally once officially, and I've had many, many close near deaths. And I receive beautiful communications on a regular basis. And I just hold each of you in my heart and say, cease, walk away. Do not listen to this person. Do not be deceived or misled or frightened. And trust and know that the divine process shall unfold now. My blessings to all. My blessings to Carrie at Camelot. I'm sorry for what you've had to endure. I'm sorry for what Ari has had to endure, and the many people that have, I mean, hey, we're human and we can be deceived. You know, it happens. But to continue to be deceived is not a very wise choice. So thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Victoria.
Thank you.
That was absolutely profound. Chris, do you want to end with any comments?
No, just amen, sister. Beautifully,
Amen.
well said, Victoria. That was just so profound, and I concur and agree with everything that Victoria has said about the new earth, and, you know, no fear and no worries, and don't be afraid. And it's very unfortunate that there are people out there that are deceiving the children of earth, and these are great times that we are going through of transformation and transition, that we're all going through this at the same time. There's a lot of confusion on the planet right now, and I just really appreciate what everybody is doing to bring forth the truth and to assist in raising the vibration on this planet and helping those that need to wake up and or maybe speed up their process or get on the love train. To, you know, I just appreciate all of the authentic, true, genuine spiritual light communities and practitioners that aren't just talking the talk, but walking the talk. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you,
Absolutely.
Ari.
Thank you both. Thank you both. Absolutely. I appreciate, Victoria, the courage that it took to come on my show to do that. I am, like I said at the beginning, I'm truly, truly humbled and honored that you decided to use my platform to make that statement. It is a very, very powerful statement that will, I am praying, wake up a lot of people from a hypnotic trance that has been placed over them through very clever deception. And I love humanity so much that I reached out to Crystal so that with hopefully through her she could reach you, and so that we could speak and that you would see the severity of the problem that we were facing. So never mind what I'm going through. My concern was the people, and I think you've delivered very, very precisely what the message is. And so thank you again.
I want to say one more, Ari, one more thing that I do want to say to the listeners is that I have known Victoria Liljenquist for, we met in 2000, so it's been 18 years. It was about 4 years before I opened Sacred Space. I have been to her home. I have had healings performed by her. She is absolutely the real deal. She is of the purest of light and vibrational frequency known to this planet, and she really does possess and own the materials, her own materials. I have seen her videos, and I've been to her house, and we've called in ships together, and we're going to do it again very soon. And I just want everybody to know that she is absolutely the real deal and of the highest of integrity and authenticity. So check you can deposit.
Absolutely. So, we are honored again to have her. And hopefully, Victoria, maybe we can have other interviews where you actually can speak about the actual work you do. So I think that will be wonderful and very enlightening to everybody.
Thank you so much, and my blessings to both of you. Thank you for all you do for humanity.
Thank you. Back at you.
And
Bye.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to Shattering the Matrix. You've been listening to Victoria Liljenquist and Crystal Antisola and myself, Ari Kopel, and sending you all my blessings and my love. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.